Numbers 17, verse 8. And it came to pass that on the morrow Moses went into the tabernacle of witness, and behold, the rod of Aaron for the house of Levi was budded, and brought forth buds, and bloomed blossoms, and yielded almonds. Amen. It budded and yielded what? Almonds. So the rod of Aaron grew, it blossomed. What does that mean? The rod has stature, it has stamina. Stamina to stay in God's presence, to stand in the presence of God. So because of this, that was when the entire house of Levi became those who will be walking in God's sanctuary. That was when all the 11 tribes of Israel, that was when they were not paying tithe. All that they worked for, they will not be paying tithes unto the Levi. Amen. Why? Because the Levi will not be the one bearing the burden that the 11 tribes should bear when they sin or when they trespass against God. Now, because the rod of Aaron blossomed, because the rod of Aaron budded, look at what the Lord said. Hear it carefully. And the Lord said unto Aaron, thou and thy sons and thy father's house with thee shall bear the iniquity of the sanctuary. Hear this. And thou and thy sons with thee shall bear the iniquity of your priesthood. So every sin that the 11 tribes sins, the Levites will be the one bearing their iniquity. So whenever they err, God will transfer his anger on the Levi. Amen. This is why it is advisable for anyone who calls himself a pastor, a prophet, an evangelist, a teacher, an apostle, to be clean and walk in holiness. Because if you are not clean, the purpose at which they paid their tithes and their offering will be working against your life, because these people, they keep committing sin. So their tithe and their offering is for God not to get angry at them. And you that you are collecting the tithe and the offering, if you are walking against the will of God, whatsoever problem that they ought to go through, you will be the one going through it. Have you ever studied pastors' children, their wives, their families? Especially for those who are not walking in holiness, who are not clean. Study them very well. If they are not clean, you will see one strange thing happening in their life if they are not clean. Let's also check the book of Numbers. Numbers 18, verse 11 and 13. Verse 11. Look at what it says, verse 11. And this thine, the heave offering of their gifts, with all the wave offerings of the children of Israel, I have given them unto thee, and to thy sons and to thy daughters with thee by a statute forever. Everyone that is clean in thy house shall eat of it. So listen, you are shouting, you are using your tithes to build house, using your tithes to build mansions, to build auditoriums. What do you think they should use before? If they are fulfilling the will of God and they are doing the will of God, and as they partner with God, they are not committing any evil against God. Listen and listen carefully. Nothing will happen to them as long as their ways are clean before God. Verse 13. And whatsoever is first ripe in the land, which they shall bring unto the Lord, shall be thine. Everyone that is clean in that house shall eat of it. This is why holiness is important. When you are holy and you are doing the will of God, anyone that brings tithe to you should be used according to the way you think it should be used. Amen. Everyone that is clean, as long as your hands are clean and you are doing the work of God in truth and in spirit, if you think it is easy to do the work of God, go and do it. Do it. You don't know that any man whom you pay your tithe to, any burden or problems that you are going through, it will now be transferred onto them. If they are clean, the problems will not overwhelm them. But if they are not clean, that is when you will see that pastor's children, pastor's wife, they will just be misbehaving. Their family will not have proper structure. A lot of spiritual issue will be going on in their life. They will have the money, but spiritual issue will just be going on in their lives. Why? Because they are not clean. That is why those things are happening to them. Amen. Therefore, paying your tithes is of necessity. It's not an option, because it is the law of God. Amen.